My name is Castro, and in this video I'm going to talk about the teaching materials in the way they are supplemented by worksheets. I'm going to cover the chapter 5 of the supplemental material. It is supplemental designing the worksheet. Okay, and I would like to introduce the topic in a purposeful way, and it is good to say that teachers need some supplementation for the course book. Before the teachers start designing the worksheets, they need to be clear about what they want the students to learn and how their worksheets will support this. It is important to have a clear view of the reasons of why we are deciding to create a worksheet. Remember that as teachers, we also have to keep in mind the age of our students, their ability to work, the motivation, and to be sure that the worksheets we are about to launch it are exactly in the right level of my students. We have to select information because teachers need to provide the help to students to complete the worksheets. The argument for this supplementation, it is about the course book offer everything they need, but to the standards students they are intended to. The supplementation then means no more than adding something new. The publishers may have produced a lot of add-ons like cassettes, workbook, reader books, and if they are available and affordable, the gap between the learner and the material must be much smaller. That could then have been the case. However, many teachers feel encouraged, like me, to provide additional material to the students because they feel that students need a lot of exposure to a wider range of textual material. Both types of supplementation, the cognitively motivated and the affectively motivated need had to be fully integrated into the course plans, the lesson plans, if they are intended to be greatly effective in the course we are developing and also our performance. We can start by identifying the gaps in the course book, and we can use checklists. Quoting Aklam in 1994, he developed a list to identify the gaps in the course book, and this list emphasizes sufficiency, variety, and relevance. In this list, we have some questions that we have to make ourselves. Is there enough grammar? It is that my student need? It is clearly presented? Is there enough pronunciation? Is this that my student need? Is there enough vocabulary work? How much vocabulary do my student need? Is there enough authentic material reading? Is there a variety in it? Etc. And we can add some other questions. And this chart can be complemented but based on your own environment teaching to check the viability. We have to implement forms to supplement, and we can supplement the workbook in two ways: by using published materials, the use of published material from other books and other published materials as supplementary schools book and practice exercise book. Also, we have to create our own material. teacher make their own material based on their own view of the relevance in the student need, and also based on needs analysis, and keeping in mind the interest of our student in the experiences. When I say experiences, I'm talking about their education inside and outside the schools. To supplement the book, there is a process. Where we have to use the syllabus as the main line, because syllabus is an official document in our teaching. It's our scheme of work. It is based on an analysis of the learner needs. Syllabus can influence the teacher approach to create supplementary material. So the syllabus is a material that is driving to create materials and the designs to have a well related or linked essential in our classes. We have to identify the steps to create the material. For instance, examine, we have to fulfill the program by creating the worksheet. We have to explore the necessity in the program of the area we have to cover, and we have to talk about the contextual realization. We have to propose new material with suitable ideas, context, or text to work. Also, the pedagogical realization, it is about to find appropriate exercises and writing appropriate instruction for our students to use it. And this is a very important topic that we have just take something and we don't check the instructions. Physical reproduction, consider the layout, the tape size, visual reproduction, the type length. I would like to say that worksheets is a particular category of handouts. They are designed to facilitate the learning through the activity. Although the teacher produce worksheets frequently focus on the specific point of grammar, they can be used in a broader range or purpose, such as writing, spelling, punctuation, pronunciation, and there are some general issues in worksheets. We have to distinguish the practice and awareness raising, because we have to make the reference to the approach or grammar writing. Worksheets are intended more to write, and then we have to use a deductive approach. For instance, we give a rule to our students, and we are expected that students discover the rule by themselves, and they try to do something with that. And we have to accuracy or fluency. It is about the relationship between the formal exercises and the purpose they are intended to serve in the teaching process. And the material can be used also to practice or testing. In the practice situation, we also are giving help, offering, providing help to my students. But in the testing situation, we remove that support and let our students to work on the worksheet by themselves according to the knowledge acquired before. And then we have to say differentiation or motivation. The teacher have to prepare the worksheets for different level of learner, or design a worksheet with exercises that are graded for easy to more difficult, taking into account the layouts and other general considerations like issues, objectives, format of exercises in organizations apart. A number of practical questions also have to be considered. In the evaluation, we have to be able to evaluate the effectiveness of the worksheet, we have to make like an instrument to evaluate our worksheets. In these times, the most of the teachers have a computer and they design the worksheets, and the ability in the students is increasing. Some students have access to the to work with handouts. Some of them now, but we have to design an equal worksheet to be used for all of the students. There are some advices for preparation, especially that it says that grammar exercises have to be deal with the vocabulary exercises, the objective of grammar. We have to teach two objectives in grammar: transmit knowledge and to facilitate skill development. But we have to remember, we are teaching knowledge, we are not teaching a skill. And then the contextual grammar practice. In grammar practice should be the real world language, the knowledge versus skill. And then we have to keep in mind also that the students have to discover themselves, to be working and be relating the material to the main topic in the work. Okay? And then as a summary, I would like to say that there is no book, there is no any possible book to be suitable to a special condition in our classes, but we have to keep in mind that it is our task to give our best performance to help our students, and we have to use the worksheets as a supplement, but we have to do that supplementation through the provision of additional exercises for them to have more than one option to be working with. And this is my explanation about it, and I hope to have given you an good idea of those general considerations. And we have to keep in mind the relation between objectives, format, the learning, the layouts, and the necessity to evaluate the worksheets. Thank you a lot for your help and your attention.